Heck yeah, let's do it.
All right, welcome everybody back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from the Snake Pit here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, joined by my co-host Dakota. What's up, Dakota?
Oh, what's up, y'all? Another episode 6, coming to you live from the Rutledge Dome down here in Atlanta, Georgia. We'll be here in a couple weeks, but Vegas recap. We got a lot to break down in this episode. We're going to talk about next gen's mile and a half debut, a little bit of controversy on the track. Bowman is that guy, and what did we think? Good, bad, and ugly. Let's do it.
Let's get it.
What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in. Rock, flag, and eagle.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
This awesome episode brought to you on the cusp of everything dropping in the NASCAR world right now.
You like my shirt? Rocking Viva Las Vegas.
Vegas,
That's
dude,
what we're here for.
yeah, you had that for the 500, but now it's like it's actually makes sense.
Now it actually works. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a dope ass shirt otherwise.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jesus! Every time I pull up my messages, it's something else. Man, what's up, dude? How was your weekend?
Oh man, I finally got to watch a race live. That was nice. Got to sit on the couch.
I was thinking that because like sometimes we'll be halfway in the race and I'll be like, "Hey, are you watching?" And you'll be like, "Oh yeah, hey yeah, man, this has been great." And I'm like, "Yeah. Did you see that?" Like,
yeah. Sometimes I'm like, I should probably start tweeting more. But then I did start tweeting more, and then I kind of blew up. Did you see one of my tweets?
Dude, I seen you popping off. I seen other
like 500 likes on it.
Some of my other damn group messages are like they're just constantly like of people just talking shit. And I'm like, are y'all even watching the race or y'all just sitting here texting?
Right.
I'll like on commercials, I'll be like, okay, jump in and I'll be like, oh wow, yeah, crazy save, or oh, that was nuts. But then like the race back, I try to put my phone down, like, all right, I'm tuned in.
Right. Because that's the thing. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm scrolling through Twitter too much. I gotta actually pay attention to the race. Yeah, it was. Do you ever notice whenever it's just like a mediocre tweet that you put out that blows up, and then you feel like you have way better ones that nobody?
Yeah, I just post like a random picture or something, or like, hey, what do y'all think of this? And people are like, oh yeah, fuck you. And I'm like, and then all of a sudden it's like, but then it's like, oh man, that's got like 300 likes. Look at me. And then I'm also like, yeah, who gives a shit? Like, does this mean anything?
Yeah, I was having pretty good tweets like during the race, and then I tweeted, nothing kills a NASCAR a potential rivalry faster than Fox trying to make it a thing. That was it. It was just like and then that's the one that fucking blows up.
Yep. So. And it's just like, it's like, then I see Bubba Wallace's post and it's like 40,000 likes. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm nobody. That's right.
By the way, the LTC boys are tuned in, so everybody check
what
out
up,
their
boys?
After
Can't wait
to
see y'all in a couple weeks.
What time's their episode? What, like
10? Tune in tonight after Chairgatin. Go ahead and get some beers iced down, because after our hot takes here, the boys are going to burn it down over on Left Turn Cult. Check them out on YouTube. What are they? Boys from East Tennessee or something? I don't know what they say. But a lot of good hot takes on there. A lot of terrible takes on there as well.
Really, really bad.
The infamous Twitter celebrity Dalton Good will be on there talking all kinds of shit. But yeah,
Twitter celebrity.
Those are our
Parv
boys.
Parv gang, the Twitter
Parv
celebrity.
Gang, fuck Parv. Yeah, they'll be coming on at 10 tonight, so y'all tune in over there.
Yeah,
I'll be in the comments dropping bombs. Always do it. We'll be going to bed. Sorry, I need to keep harping, but we'll be going to bed, and like they do their episodes so late, and I'll like gotta show love for the fam, so I'll like pull their stuff up, but I'll be hanging out with them like watching a movie or something, and she'll be like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "Nothing." And then I'll just drop in the comments like, "Fuck you, Parv," or "Yeah, NASCAR,"
Fuck
and
you,
then
Parv.
They'll like go on about it, but I'll be like, "Hold on, I'm like whispering in the comments." But man, dude, is it bright over there? Can you see?
It is bright over here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and bust something out real quick.
What are
Who are we brought to you by?
Dude, so if you didn't know already, this badass episode is brought to you by the only Yeats Official, yeatsofficial.com. Check out their website, and in your shipping information, use discount code Chairgatin for 10% off all orders. You could look as cool as we do. You could look as cool as Rattlesnake's table. They got all kinds of styles, just not even all the cool styles I like to wear, but they got some badass shades. They're really just dropping bombs. They leaked some
These are the
teasers
big
in their
ones
stores.
that are bad.
Follow them on Instagram. They leaked some teasers, and I was like, dude, I know I keep like asking y'all for shades, but I need a pair of these.
But I need another pair. Yeah, they're probably annoyed of us, but they love us. We love them. So happy they're part of the show.
Local supporters of the show.
Yep, big time supporters of the show. Happy they're here and happy to be talking about Vegas.
Woo, boy. Honestly, we'll talk about it later in the show, but man, this 3 for 3. We went to Las Vegas. I think everybody was kind of like, we talked about it was going to be a big test on our first mile and a half, and I've seen nothing with racing on track. I've seen nothing but home runs for the last 3 weeks. I'm not even talking about. I'm not counting the Clash as a race. Like that was a appetizer to me. I'm talking about the 3 races we've had. It was a banger, dude. I mean, California was awesome. Vegas was awesome. I'm very curious to see how Phoenix goes. I don't know. But dude, this racing, a mile and a half, I can't remember like in the last 2, 3, 4 years where we were like, dude, look, like, holy shit. Like the racing was insane from the drop of the green flag. Just old school, nostalgic. Or what's the word these kids like these days? Quintessential NASCAR. It was awesome,
Wait,
man.
what is that word? Hold on, go back.
What do they say? Quintessential something? Quintessential?
Well, I don't know what you're saying, but
That is a word. Nathan, type it in the comments.
Yeah, no, and this is a great point. This is something I tweeted.
Yeah, I did see that one where I was like, hold on, you got a goddamn point here.
Yeah, could these cars
Hold
actually
on a
make
second,
Texas,
Buckaroo. Like,
I mean,
I'm
just
curious to see how
decent,
Texas
even.
races. Yeah. At a minimum, I think Texas could honestly give us a decent show. What if all of a sudden Texas races like
Is the
just
best.
insane? Like they're running the high line in 1 and 2, and like
Yeah,
there's all like the racing's nuts, and it very well could be. I have no idea, but I don't think we need. And that's another thing too is I keep seeing like all my friends and stuff being like, well, just wait. When they get down to this race, this is what's going to happen. And I'm like, you have no idea. We have no idea every week this year. We have no idea unless we come back to tracks. Yeah. Quintessential. How do you say it? I'm good with words, but that one's a barn burner.
yeah, no.
But we don't know how the playoffs are going to go. We don't know how the season's going to break down. I think we definitely see multiple new winners this year. But the racing. I mean, were you surprised? Did this race meet your expectations? What did you think going into it?
Yeah, I mean, going into it, I think like most people, I was a little nervous. We have seen it race really well on a short track, a tiny fucking short track. We've seen it race really well on a super speedway and then California. And so we're like, okay, it's looking good. But Vegas, we're getting that 1.5 mile intermediate track that really takes up the bulk of the schedule. This was the biggest test. I think Nathan said it like during the Clash when we were talking to him about it. This was the real test. This was the most nervous I had been for these cars since the Clash. And I wanted it to be good, but I wasn't going to get my hopes up too early because you know how NASCAR is.
Oh, yeah.
And it just blew me away. I was like, okay, this season's about to be incredible.
I honestly think they pre'd a little too soon last year with best season ever, because what I'm seeing so far, this season's about to be nuts.
You just burp.
Yeah, I was trying to burp out of the microphone.
You were trying to be all sly about burping.
Yeah. Well, I usually I'll mute it, but I didn't feel like moving my hand over here to mute it, because sometimes I'll just mute it, you won't notice, and I'll just burp really loud.
All right, sound it out.
Quintessential.
Quintessential.
Quintessential. Yeah, see, that's what I said the first time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man. It's nice to see cars being able to race side by side. Totally, dude. How many times did we see guy catch the guy in the lead, pull out to pass him, they get back, they pass back and swap the lead back and forth? For the last 2 years, at least with the 550, we had none of this. We so much air bubble and can't pass, and you pull out and you lose all your head of steam. And this was just swapping positions. Guys would get a couple guys on restarts, and then those guys would come back. There was comers and goers. How about cars spinning on their own? I'm not gonna sit here and be like Rex, but just having guys like, ooh, got a 1 round out of 2. Like that's racing. That's racing on the edge. The cars, It's hard to drive. I love it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into the battles quite yet because that's like a whole nother portion on its own. But yeah, we can just see how hard these cars are drive, how hard they are to drive. When we see like veterans like Brad K spinning out, Kyle Busch spinning during practice. I mean,
I
like,
think he cut a left rear, honestly. The
yeah,
practice spin, I think he cut
okay,
a tire, but
maybe
shit happens.
yeah.
But still, how many other guys just lost it? Freaking Christopher Bell was like, whoa, and just spun out in front of the pack.
Eric Jones, I mean,
and then all tons of times you saw Kyle
so
Larson,
many.
Kurt Busch, Austin Cindric. They were just they sit head on shot, and you see them like whoosh, and like go up the track, and it's like yes, that's what I want to see is them catching it. Like, oh shit, this is hard to drive.
And to Clint's point, which I know no one likes to hear me, say good things about Clint Boyer, but to his point, this has been something fans and drivers have been asking for a long time. A car that's harder to drive.
Yeah. He's actually been, we'll get to that too. He's been tightening up his broadcast skills.
I think when they pair him with Danica, he starts to look a lot better.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Clint's been practicing or something because I'm liking him way better right now than I did last year. Maybe it was like rookie nerves or something, but he's definitely polished up. But dude, tire wear. We had tire wear, falling off, comers and goers. How many guys? There was a bunch of guys. Truex, Kevin Harvick, sorta. Like the longer the run went on, the faster they went. And then some guys they take off on restarts, and then all of a sudden they lose a couple spots. There was all kinds of guys up in the front and then falling back, and then penalties. There was pit road penalties. We can get to that too. Dude, this race had everything you want. And I mean, we'll get to the end of the race, but it was shaping up to me to have a wild ass like photo finish. I mean, it still kind of did, but the way that racing with Truex and Kyle Busch with 20 to go, that was just to me epic. Two Titans battling, swapping the lead back and forth. Like,
all right, so let's first start with stage one because you just jumped to the fucking end.
I know. I'm
That's
just
a whole
excited, dude. I'm so
conversation.
excited about NASCAR racing.
So stage one, Busch versus Briscoe. What happened there?
So, dude, stage one went kind of, nonchalant. You had William Byron is low key been fast. Alex Bowman, they're battling it out. Well, then all of a sudden, that's green checkered, and they're filming, and like Kyle Busch is bumping the shit out of Chase Briscoe and goes up track and like door bings him a little bit and is like, yeah, whoa, what's going on? And they just cut the commercial.
It seemed like out of nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and then, classically they just go to commercial. So it comes back and they're like, what you missed? And they showed like Kyle Busch is pretty much mad bumping Chase Briscoe. And Chase Briscoe's like, hey man, what the hell? And Kyle, I was like, dude, what happened? And then they go back and show a restart, the last restart of the stage. And like Kyle moved up and Chase Briscoe just kind of blocked. And then they went in the corner. And I was like, it didn't look really that insane to me to bring up old KFB.
That's why, when they showed that, I was like, nah, there's got to be another clip we're missing or something.
Yeah,
because it just looked like normal racing.
Getting mad about.
No,
like I don't know. He got raced and he didn't like it, and maybe it's these young guys. Maybe they're still like having to prove themselves, but I don't know, dude. I didn't see nothing worth getting crazy about, but Kyle damn blew a fuse.
I don't know if it's this. Chase Briscoe hasn't earned respect yet. They see him up front and think he doesn't belong. I mean, I don't know. I hope that's not it. If that's it, that's fucking weak.
I don't know. Chase, that's 2 weeks in a row. Chase Briscoe's been up front.
I think Kyle Busch, he has gotten a lot better than what he used to be, but I think it's still Kyle Busch, and I think he gets angry. He gets angry when somebody races him, as Nathan said. He just got raced a little hard, and it just fucking makes him livid. Yeah. I think that's what we're used to seeing from him. He just hasn't been that guy in a while. I don't know. It's Kyle Busch. What are you going to do?
Yeah. I just was kind of like, whoa, shit. I don't know, man. But then I don't care who it is. I don't care if it was Kevin Harvick too. I like seeing, hot gossip on the track. I like seeing guys lose their temper. I want to see Kyle Busch get mad and show he's unpleased. Like I want to see that. I want to see guys like get mad and not just go in the race and get on Twitter and be like, we had a good day until somebody messed it up. How often we see that with these kids on here? It's like, no, I want to see a driver like go up and door slam a guy, or I don't want to see him hook him in the fence, but hell, race him.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, race them a little hard. You don't have to wreck them.
Yeah.
Speaking of wrecks, Briscoe into Suarez.
So, dude, like it, there was a lot of cautions during this race, which
There
is
was a
okay.
lot.
It's okay to me, but it was like we rarely had a long run.
It was okay just because a lot of the cautions were just guys
Yeah.
getting loose because the
Yeah.
cars were really hard to handle. So I was like, okay, we did ask
It
for
happens.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, but damn, Suarez, wrong place, wrong time. Briscoe's got a handful off the corner and well, I guess Michael McDowell. It starts Michael McDowell bobbles and Briscoe reacts. When he does, Briscoe just gets loose as shit. Collects Daniel Suarez, hooks him straight in the fence. What was crazy though, I'll applaud Fox for one thing, is that little helmet cam Suarez always wrecks. It always gets some great content. Is like Suarez is just like shit. Like he never sees it coming and just hooks head on in the fence. It was a racing deal, but it just sucks for Suarez, man. I think he had a good day going.
Yeah, I agree. It does suck for Suarez. I feel like I've seen him get caught up into shit like a lot. And he's been looking good this season. And one thing I think I mentioned to you is if you notice they interview these drivers every time, it was like Ryan Blaney and Daniel Suarez, and those are the two that I can think of the most because Brad K knocked out Blaney. Both of the drivers were like, yeah, it sucks, but like it is what it is. Like none of them were too pissed at the other driver.
He's gonna get it. No,
Yeah, and I think it's because all the drivers knew, like, yeah, these cars are fucking hard to handle, and I was just in a shitty spot at that time, and I got caught up in it. That's what it seemed like to me, at least, because neither of them really, and those are two drivers that aren't scared to kind of call people out for shit. And
and that was another one right after that was well, we also had the one, what was it? Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch like spun with Justin Haley that one, or like I think that was in the first stage, I think.
Yeah,
it was in the middle of the first stage, and they just like Kyle Busch just drifted a little bit, and Austin Dillon got a little loose, and they just kind of saved it and put it along.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it in Twitter. I was like, it's like watching Tokyo Drift. These motherfuckers are just drifting around every turn, just caution after caution, multiple cars, high and low. It was insane.
And like you were saying, Brad K just loses. I think he stayed out or had two tires or something. He was up front, but like he was a mid-pack car before that, and then he just lost it and collected Blaney. Blaney, I think, had a very good shot of having a very good race.
Blaney could have probably won that race.
I think Blaney had a shot at winning the race. He was fast.
Yeah, he was.
So took out a potential winning car right there. Brad K just lost it. I don't get it. I'm seeing tons of like Brad K hate all of a sudden. Like everybody hates Brad K now. They're like, oh, he forgot how to drive. He fucking sucks. It's like, dude, this is a whole new car, whole new program over there for him. Like, everybody's acting like we're still in last year. I don't get it.
Yeah, and people have talked shit about Brad K. I mean, not for a while, but people used to fucking hate him. But claiming that he doesn't know how to drive that's like, come on.
Yeah.
This dude's a vet by now. He's a champion. He knows how to drive, clearly.
Yeah. That's exactly what I said. Yeah, I don't think he forgot how to drive. I think it's hard as shit to drive.
Yeah, that's tough. Blaney was your pick. Yep. That's too bad because he, I think, was a contender to win that race.
Yeah, Blaney is so hot right now. Yeah, man, a lot of calamity. It is what it is. Trying to think of some other guys we saw spin. I mean, there was a late one. We can get to. But dude, we saw crazy awesome racing. Oh wait, no, what was it? That Austin Cindric wreck. That's right. Remember that one?
Who did he take out?
Yeah, he took somebody out, hooked him, hit him hard. Oh, Briscoe. Oh, Briscoe lost it, and Austin Cindric lost it, and like Briscoe was like 3 cautions, honestly. But dude, the racing was nuts. It was insane.
The best example of how good the racing was for this race, because the whole time, like you said, comers and goers, people are able to pass. They're driving. The best we saw was at the end, Kyle Busch versus Martin Truex Jr. That battle was fucking insane. That was like some of the best racing I've seen in a long time.
It gave me just total old school vibes. Like you saw Truex running Kyle Busch down, and I'm an old school Truex fan, but then it's his driver, so I don't want to see him win. And then I like Kyle Busch, but I'm also like, do I want to see Kyle Busch win and see all this craziness? But I was like,
it's
I
also
just want
not
to see good
surprising.
racing.
It's also not surprising to see Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. battling. It just goes to show, like, no matter what car you're in, those two are clearly two of the better drivers in the whole series.
And I was thinking that too. Like cream rises to the top. Look at these dudes, been up here all day, And now, Kyle Busch in the backup too started in the rear, so that's even more impressive.
Yeah, that's a
But,
whole nother thing.
like, that'll be
that's
crazy if
insane.
he wins. But Truex is running them down. Truex makes the move. They race side by side. Truex clears him, and Kyle Busch high-lows him and comes right under him and passes him
That
back.
move was so
Dude,
sick.
I was like, yeah.
When I saw that,
Yeah!
when I saw that move, I jumped up. I was like,
I was
"Oh
total
no,
just
he's doing it!"
a fan of racing right
Yeah.
there. I wasn't even like, I didn't care which one of them won. I was like, cool.
Exactly.
I just want to see this race out. And I thought they were going to bring it all the way down to the wire. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, like, for Nathan, right? That was crazy.
Nathan was biting his nails.
But as a person that doesn't really care about either driver, yeah, just as a pure race fan, I was just like, this is incredible. This
Yeah,
is what we've been
yeah.
waiting for. This is real racing. These dudes just going at it toe to toe.
This is a dogfight.
Yeah, who's taking what line? Like,
Yeah.
who's
And that's another thing. They were running two different lines and swapping corners.
and
Like,
swapping constantly.
it was awesome.
So good. So good. That was incredible. And then I think we all know what happened. All the Kyle Busch fans, first of all, I want to mention this. Dalton Good included. I think Dalton Good is the mascot. Are just so pissed at Eric Jones. And I get it, but to a lot of people's points I saw was like, blame that on NASCAR, because I don't know if when you were watching, if you thought the same thing. I was like, where the fuck is the caution?
Yeah, no, they watched him like ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom down the whole front
He went
stretch.
down into the grass, and I was like, I think he was down into the grass, and I was like, oh, okay, that's
went
weird.
head on into the wall, and then
he comes back up into it, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Still
yellow?
No caution? I think even Clinton was like, it's still green, like kind of confused, like, what the fuck are they doing? I think NASCAR was
They're like, that's gonna be a yellow.
I think NASCAR was like, let's play this out and see, like how crazy it can get. I forgot who mentioned it on Twitter, but they had a really good comment. They said something about like, it's time NASCAR remembers cautions are for safety and not entertainment. And I was like, that kind of sums up that whole situation there.
Yeah, and then also, I mean, I don't even want to. It's so easy for people to be like, this is what happened and that's what happened. Classic example, it's Ben Bashor's fault. Kyle Busch wasn't driving the car or anything. So it's a classic example. Bubba Wallace was having a great freaking day here. We are all talked about, man, Bubba is right putting it down today. Okay, Bubba, I see you, dude. And you got to think it's like 2 or 3 to go. I think they were coming back to the white maybe. And Eric Jones is just creamed turn 4 fence, and he's dragging all the way down the front stretch out of control, smoking. You got to think that Freddie Kraft's on the spotter with Bubba, like, hey, no caution, keep digging. That's what I think. Or, hey, guys spinning down the front stretch, go low, go low, go low, or something. I don't know where he's going. That's stuff I hear spotters say. But Bubba's probably freaking the fuck out. He's balls the wall, full throttle down the front stretch. And then all of a sudden is like, oh shit, there he is. And Bubba spins out, creaming down the inside. The pace car's already pulling out of pit road. This is what bothered me. They're showing Bubba spinning, and the pace car pulls out and stops.
And
Bubba
already
spins
out
right in front of him, dude. Like, can you imagine if he would have hit that Camry?
That was another thing. I can't remember, but it was a pretty good dodge by Bubba. If you watched it in slow motion,
it could have been. Imagine if he hit him.
Right, because he came down and he got loose and was sliding. I think he just missed him or maybe clipped him a tiny bit. But I was like, damn, that's impressive. So I thought he actually saved himself. Next thing I know, he's going straight into the wall. And I was like,
in. Yeah, it screwed him, dude.
Everyone knows I'm not a Bubba fan. I've made that very apparent.
But I was still like, he's having a good day.
Since he threw the water on, what was it, Bowman? Like,
that
kind of
really
shit. I didn't like, I haven't liked his attitude in a long time. But I really did feel for him when that happened, because I was like, he was having a good day and he got taken out because NASCAR didn't throw fucking caution. Like, that sucks. Yeah, that's not how your day should end.
That should have. He probably should have already been backing it down.
Yeah, because I think he was like right around top 10, right? He was like 10 or 11. Or,
yeah, he was right there.
He was right there. I think he would have finished with the top 10 finish.
And that was the thing, is almost immediately. Okay, here's the thing. Remember Daytona? Remember the truck race when that truck got spun, they threw the yellow, like almost like their finger was on it?
And then they had to go back and review it.
So Eric Jones, when he creamed the wall and came down, with there's got to be debris and shit, all kinds of safety of Eric Jones in mind, is like, hey, oh yeah, we got to throw yellow right now. He should have never. He was already spinning backwards after the start finish down the straightaway, and then they're like, all right, I guess. Oh shit, Bubba's wrecking. Like that's how they acted.
And I think that's why the best description I saw was NASCAR needs to remember cautions are for safety, not entertainment. Because I
Yeah.
think NASCAR was watching that going, he's probably fine. Cars probably won't hit him. Let's see how this battle ends up, because it was a great battle. I mean, no
Yeah.
denying
Oh, I mean,
that.
it ruined a great battle. What I think
was an
would have been a
incredible
nasty
battle, but-
finish. But yeah, we got to think of safety right there.
Right. Eric Jones could have got destroyed, dude.
Yeah,
He was coming across
almost
the
killed by
track.
Bubba Wallace, and then
Right.
we almost killed the pace car driver.
Yeah, I mean, well, with how incredible these cars are, he'd probably walk out totally fine.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, completely just stupid move by NASCAR once again when it comes to throwing the caution.
I want to see consistency with the yellows and
and
what
it
is
was-
a yellow and what isn't a yellow.
Right. It was not Eric Jones' fault. Fucking Kyle Busch got loose during this race. I mean, everybody was getting loose. It's not his
Yeah.
fault.
No,
he was
Eric.
racing
I mean,
hard.
it was a racing deal. Like
He
it
was racing
sucks.
hard. He was trying to finish it.
But yeah, people were like, "Oh, thanks NASCAR for throwing the yellow. Kyle Busch was gonna win." It's like, yo, dude, like Kyle Busch winning is out of the picture. Like Eric Jones is backwards.
And-
But it set up pit stops.
And before I get into the Bowman takes about Kyle Busch and all that stuff, I guess we should address the fucking M. Night Shyamalan twist of this race.
Yeah.
They throw the caution, and pit stops come, tire strategy, which is another like crazy chapter to this whole race.
Yeah.
It's not over yet. Like,
Yeah.
you think these two battling for the lead is going to decide it? No.
Well, I would literally like, oh, it's gonna come down to pit stop. This is gonna be crucial because we haven't seen this like money stop moment with the single lug. I was like, how's this gonna go?
Yeah, right.
And then Wildcat, Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson take two. I was like, holy shit! But I was like, man, other guys earlier in the race got ate up when they took two. So I was like, wow, it's gonna be who can navigate this the quickest. But that's
think-
not what happened.
And I think like everybody in the booth, I think Clint and Danica all kind of agreed, like everyone probably made the best decision for their situation. Like Kyle wanted for it. He didn't want to have to get burnt coming off the restart when he has the win locked up. Larson and Bowman are going for the win. So they're going to do what they can do. So I kind of see it from every point of view there. I was like, I don't know. You can now say, like, in hindsight, oh, clearly so-and-so fucked up. They made a mistake here. And sure,
I mean,
maybe
that's
they
a
did.
gambling decision.
Exactly.
gotta
Maybe they
think-
did in hindsight, but like at
Like,
the time,
If
it made
you're
sense.
Kyle Busch's crew chief right there, and you've watched guys with two tires get eaten alive by four tires all day, are
Exactly.
you going to put two tires on your car?
And you know,
But then it
Truex
is
has
two
been
to
on your ass
go.
the whole fucking
Yeah,
time.
it is
If
two
he
to
goes
go.
4,
So, I mean, it's a gutsy call. Sometimes you roll dice and you don't win.
if you're
Sometimes
Kyle
you do.
Busch, you put 2 on. Truex right behind you puts 4, comes out right behind you, ready to go, something like that. You know, it's like, I don't know. I don't think they necessarily made a bad decision. I mean, I guess they did at the end of the day because they lost.
Yeah,
But
hindsight 2020. Like,
I just loved the strategy that went into it. That always makes a race more enjoyable.
And
is
then,
when you see
I mean,
strategies play out.
going in, when the caution came out, did you ever think you were kind of like, oh, tire strategy? Did you ever see like coming out of this that Alex Bowman was going to be the winner? Hell no.
Yeah, I think everybody thought it was going to be Larson.
Yeah.
Everyone, I think pretty much everybody, when they saw Bowman and Larson come out taking 2, I think everybody was like, oh shit. I think we even said it in a text, like, oh shit, Larson's going to get another win here.
Yeah, I was kind of like not a Larson hater. I'm not a pro Larsoner. I mean, I like Larson, but I was kind of like,
I like
"Oh,
Larson,
shit."
but yeah,
I was like,
we were
shit,
both
we're gonna
like,
see another Larson win.
eh.
Like, oh man, after well, it was after this awesome ass race.
Right.
We're gonna see Larson win. Like,
and it was all after a great battle, who I thought Kyle Busch or Truex deserved to win there. And so I was like, Larson, just great strategy, and he's going to kind of sneak in there and get the win. Kind of sucks for them. But no, another fucking twist happens. Alex Bowman just outruns him. Like,
yeah.
What
and,
happened?
Regardless, like we saw that awesome Truex Kyle Busch battle, but then that little shootout with Larson and Bowman was, I would jumped up like, right there, I was rooting for Bowman because I was like, come on, Bowman, don't back down. I literally thought Larson, when they went into 3 and like, first of all, they were side by side for 2 straight up laps.
Right.
Larson almost cleared them, but then Bowman came back. When they went into 3 and 4, I thought Larson was just going to dive in there and like have the run off of 4. I thought Larson was going to have it, but you saw him get loose and Bowman shoved it in there. You saw Larson get let out because he was going towards the wall. And then like Bowman had it all day, and it was like, oh my God, like that was racing, man. That was awesome.
And one thing, what is this? Bowman is the closer in training. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're getting there.
Yeah. And that's another thing that I want to mention. We both, the past couple episodes, have talked about how hard Larson's been driving people and, wrecking
Yeah.
people and just kind of being a dirty driver lately. And we
Finally
were like,
didn't wreck somebody this week.
and so, yeah, when he's battling Bowman, I was like, I swear to God, if he fucking wrecks Bowman, like, I'm gonna
no.
be done with this guy because, like,
Yeah.
this is a great battle, and he didn't. So I respect that a lot. Like,
They raced hard, and they
he
raced
can
for
race hard and clean. Clearly, maybe it's just a fucking Chase Elliott thing because
it.
everybody else in that team seems fine with each other.
Yeah.
So Bowman gets the win.
Dude.
Good for Bowman.
Alex freaking Bowman. He is that guy. He is when it's on the line and like, hey, we got a moment here. We're gonna have a chance to win. Let's go for it. He fucking shows up.
He does it.
He's had some good runs where like he led the last 50 laps and stuff, but like, no, when Bowman's got the checkered in front of him, it's like blood in the water, and he gets it done. And I respect the shit out of that. I'm not even like Bowman's in the neutral ground for me. Like, oh, okay, yeah, Bowman.
Same.
But like I respect the shit out of it. Like he doesn't fuck it up. He's like, I got to get this win.
So let's address what Kyle Busch said. Did you see this?
Oh yeah, Jeff Gluck was that motherfucking bullshit.
Yeah, he was like the luckiest fucking driver, backs into
blah,
another
blah,
win, blah blah blah.
No, he doesn't at all. But Nathan reading some Nostradamus.
Look is where preparation is.
Yeah,
Nathan, you've been going to the gym too much, dog. You're gonna post this bullshit quote on your Insta story, aren't you?
Oh yeah,
I mean, he's right though.
I forgot Tyler Reddick lost it off for one time.
He is right though. Yeah, the shirt that's not actually real though, right? That was like a joke. I hope that wasn't.
No, they're making the shirt, and that's another thing is with this moment. Stop. Whoever the fuck's making the merch, just stop.
That's like I thought it was a joke, like a meme, and I was like, if it's a meme, it's kind of funny, like because it's just such a.
I respect the shit out of Bowman and like him getting these wins when it counts, but quit talking shit in your merch trailer. All these like badass little quotes and like nobody likes us, hack, and ain't no or all luck, no skill. I think if Bowman was a badass smoking a cigarette in the victory lane and fucking horse, then I'm like, oh yeah, make them shirts. But Bowman is as awesome as a freaking saltine cracker. He's so boring. His personality does non-existent, and when he gets out of the car from winning, he's kind of like, oh, well, that was cool. And he's
a Hendrick driver. He's a quintessential Hendrick driver.
Yes, he's a Hendrick driver. Look at you using the word of the day. I don't know, man. I just kind of like mad shit talking on the shirts, and then no personality to back it up.
Right. That's true.
I don't know where that comes from. I guess his PR guy's fucking hilarious. But I don't know. If I was a Bowman fan, I'd be like, oh, that's badass. But I just think it's
hard
lame.
to be a Bowman fan.
I think it's lame. I'm like, dude, you don't talk any shit or have any personality. How do your shirts have more personality than you do?
Yeah. And, there's another thing we got to address about the Luck situation. I agree. I don't really believe in luck to begin with. I think everything fucking happens for a reason. So luck to me, when I hear people say that, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Nathan does have a point. It is where preparation meets, is it execution? Is that what the saying always was?
I don't know.
Either way, he is right. Like Bowman takes advantage of the situation that he's in. Yeah. Him and his pit crew put him in that situation to win. Yeah. That's not luck. They put themselves in that situation. Yeah. He took advantage of the situation and won.
Bowman won the first stage. And
I was just
then he got a penalty and went to the rear of the field.
I was just going to, okay. So I think it was like, Colton that mentioned it in our group message or something. And he was like, yeah, he's just a guy that comes out of nowhere. He didn't do shit all day. And I was like, he won stage one, went to the back, worked his way all the way back to the front. He had some of the best equipment that day. He had some of the best pit stops that day. Like, I don't know what people are talking about. He was up there like throughout most of the race until he had to go to the back, and he made it back to the front. So he was definitely not nowhere all day. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
And Chevy's second win in a row, second win of the year. Ford, Chevy. I know I seen people talking about this is like, man, Toyota, where are they? They don't got it. I'm like, does no one remember like 4 to go when 2 Toyotas were battling for the win? I've seen a lot of that talk.
Yeah,
But
that's a good
Bowman
point.
gets
Literally, Toyota was about to win if it wasn't.
yeah.
for-
So Bowman gets a Hendrick win. I think it's wild to think is like Bowman got 4 wins last year. Chase Elliott got 2. I mean, Larson is Larson, but like is Bowman got 4 like 4 wins in a season to me is a stellar season. Like multiple wins.
4
is a
wins in
stellar
one
season.
season is
Yeah.
stellar.
But you
That's
don't
a
think of
really good
Bowman
fucking
going
season.
out there and dominating races. He capitalizes on these
No,
moments.
I think didn't Byron have a better like point standing than him
Yeah, Byron was
based
kicking
on just
ass.
points because he
Yeah,
was like so consistent.
but Bowman he's 34th or he's winning.
But here's the thing: I think I'd rather beat Bowman.
Yeah, oh yeah. Wins
Byron can go
paychecks.
maybe Byron will go further in the
Yeah.
playoffs just based on points, but he's never winning a championship with that shit.
No,
So
not
at what
today's age.
point? I know people could fucking hate this, but it has to be asked. Like, at what point does Bowman surpass Chase in the Hendrick camp?
Ooh.
What would it
I
take?
think Chase will never. I think Chase is.
What would it
Chase is
take
Chase.
this season for Bowman to finally surpass him? I mean,
Bowman makes Final 4 and Chase doesn't make round of 8.
yeah, because I was gonna say like Chase has the championship, right? He can
Yeah.
always fall back on that. But at the end of the day, I mean, Bowman had more wins last season than Chase did. Bowman has a win this season. Chase still has woes. I mean, when's the last time Chase had a win? Road America.
Road America last year.
It was
But
Road America.
Chase, I think he had a shot at a bunch of wins and just didn't work out for him. I mean, I hate Chase Elliott, but
he is always up there. That's true.
he's fast every week. He was in the top 5 and 10 in this race, and it's just I don't know. It's you got to get it done, Chase. I'm not
And
gonna
that's the
seriously he's
thing.
bad. He's a champion, so
He's definitely more consistent than Bowman, no question about it. I wouldn't argue that.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, you got to look at wins. At the end of the day, wins really is what matters. And Bowman gets
Well, that's
it
here
done.
recently. I mean, I think Chase still has more wins and a championship.
Yeah. Yeah. This is recent. This is a recent thing.
If
Since last
Bowman
season,
clicks off
essentially.
5 wins this season and 5 next season, and then has 2 Final 4 appearances, then it's time to start talking seriousness.
Bowman has 5 oval wins since Chase's last oval win. That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like that's the type.
What
of
was
stat-
Chase's last oval win? What 2020 something? Kansas or something?
Yeah, it had to have been
No,
2020.
it wasn't Kansas. Yeah, what I remember he won some shit. What did he win, Nathan?
What was it? Come on, Nathan. Let's go.
Yeah, fuck Chase Elliott.
Bowman has 6 playoff points already. That's interesting. Oh, it's
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
Phoenix. Yep.
Oh yeah, when he won championship. Does that even count?
Yeah, that is a good point. That the championship race was his last.
I totally didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Dumbass-
I didn't think
dumbass
about it
me.
either. That one went right.
Because I was like,
over.
what was his oval win?
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, he won a championship.
Oh yeah, the
Fucking idiot.
fucking championship
Fucking
race. You
idiot.
stupid idiot.
So, dude, we can talk about Bowman all we want and his cute little shirts he's designing. I don't know. I just really, when he went to the 48, I wish they just would have changed the number. I wish they would have kind of put the 48 away for a minute, do the 25, do some little Hendrick number or something. I just think when he went, like, Jimmy Johnson's leaving and we're going to change the 88 to the 4. Kept him in the 88. That would have been fine with me.
I was just gonna say, what about the 88? I mean,
Yeah, that
they
would have
could
been just fine because Bowman had kind of already attached himself to that number.
Right.
But when
yeah.
they just changed it 48, I was like, why, dude? Why? Like, I don't know. I'm still not used to it. And I hate the paint scheme. Hey, Bowman did have a badass burnout. No one talked about it.
Wasn't it so they could bring
I
back the
loved how he
24?
went in the fucking infield and tore it down. Like, that was a badass burnout.
Yeah. that's true.
But somebody we didn't mention this whole podcast, the performer of the race, the little watermelon that could, Ross Chastain. I felt so bad, but was so happy with his
He was a lot
day.
like Tyler Reddick.
He
last
dominated the second half of this race, kicked ass. Went up there and passed Kyle Busch. Went up there and passed Martin Truex, all on his own. They had a pony for this race. I was kind of like, how does Ross fuck this up? But it just didn't work out with restarts and tires and stuff. But dude, he was hauling balls, and he was in the top 5 the whole race. Like from the drop, I think he started like 6. He was in the top 5 the whole race, and he was hauling balls. I was so proud. I was like, if he wins, God, it's gonna be such an ugly race version. That car is fucking hideous. Dolly Parton on the side and shit. I was like, oh, that's gonna be a terrible first.
Really? I was like, that would be hilarious.
I thought it'd be hilarious, but I was like, that's just a terrible. Like, thank God we got AVN awards on the show car. I was like, but that car was flying, dude. I was so proud. And I mean, Suarez almost won the week before. Chastain had a shot here. Trackhouse is
Trackhouse.
using their money well.
Yep. No, he reminded me a lot of Reddick from last week.
Yeah.
Very similar. The two guys that haven't
Didn't
won a
work
Cup
out, but showed
Series,
great signs.
and they were just destroying all race the whole time. You're like, okay, is this finally when they get a win? And then some bullshit happens to them. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I've been a Ross Chastain doubter for a while. I've been pretty public about that.
I've always liked Ross until he kind of blew me off in Darlington. I kind of lost.
Well, I've always liked him. I've just been a doubter of his abilities. But
I think he can drive. I just think he needs a car. He's aggressive, and I appreciate that. I appreciate aggressive, balls to the wall drivers. However, they do make mistakes. Performer of the race, Ross Chastain.
Yeah, it was good for him, buddy. And I'm excited about Trackhouse. I've said that many times. I'm excited for this team. I think
I like Daniel Suarez right now more than I have his whole career.
Same, 100%. I like him more with Trackhouse and what he's doing now more than I ever did.
My dad came over and watched the race with me, and he showed Ross Chastain's car. It was going into one. He said, "Oh, he's got Tootsies on the car." And I was like, "Yeah, that's that Kid Rock bar I was telling you about." Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, all right." And I was like, "Where the fuck? What? Like, how did you know what that was?" It just cracked me up.
Yeah, no, definitely performer of the race. Hope to see more from him soon. I think we're not done seeing from Trackhouse. I think
they get a win. If
they're
not
getting
both
a
of
win,
them. I think they get a win this year.
If not both, yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah,
if not both. And Iceberg on Twitter had an interesting little fact. There are no more drivers with 6 wins in the Cup Series.
What do you mean 6 wins?
Austin Dillon has 5.
Oh,
I think Almirola is the other one with 5. And then now Bowman has 7. So now we're missing a 6. So just a little.
That is a little trivia fact. That'd be good on Jeopardy.
Well, that's why I was like, dude, I need Austin to fill that spot. He needs to outperform Eric Almirola at least.
Well, Austin was showing really good promise in practice and qualifying. And then I kind of feel like he had I just never really saw him. I mean, where did he finish? Like, he finished up there somewhere.
Yeah, he finished, 11?
Yeah, 11th. He was right in front of Kevin. But it's like I was kind of like hoping him and Reddick were going to do a little more after Auto Club's race, but
he was there for a top 10 at the end. He just
can't win them all.
He couldn't.
Well, that there was that one. What was it? It was the green flag stop where that's something to bring up. We totally skipped over. Denny Hamlin can't shift.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot about this.
All right, we get it. Denny Hamlin totally blew his fucking transaxle out or whatever. I get it. This new shifting, he totally said like I fucking went into default mode and he shifted he shifted down instead of shifting up and went like back into second or third gear and just totally spun it out, pulled out the caution, fucked everything up right when they started doing green flag stops. There was like 12 cars on the lead lap. And it shook up the whole field right there, which gave us that race to the end with Truex and Busch. It totally fucked everything up. But Denny Hamlin gave himself his own DNF. I felt like a jackass for his team.
So. Yeah.
But Denny's a baller. He'll rebound. Yeah, man. Denny Hamlin forgets how to drive. Oh, does that take us to our next segment of the good, the bad, and the ugly?
It does.
Oh God, where do we start? Oh God, do we want to say like last time where we talk about or I'll talk about something and then you say good, bad, or ugly?
Yeah, I was trying to see. There's no like cool Western music to put on.
Oh, dude.
Wah,
gross. Oh my God, Jacob just shared that shirt to the group message. Oh, gross. Ew, gross.
This is as close as we have to Western music.
Where do you find music? The good, the bad, the ugly. Yeah, we can just start playing. Are you just playing on your microphone?
No, it's like a new little thing that you can do on here.
Oh, fuck yeah. I need to figure that out. We'll find some tunes.
Then he is 30th in points. Damn.
Holy shit. I've not looked at points.
Yeah, me either. I'm just avoiding them.
I kind of look like once we start getting down to like 10 races in, that's where I'm like, let's really see what's going on here. So
right, let's get into it.
The good, bad, or ugly. Do we just want to jump right into it? It's our weekly topic. Fox broadcast. I don't know whose throat we have to grab, but God damn it, dude. I don't know what it is, but it's like every fucking week it's just like, dude, stop it, stop it, stop it. Like,
Just hire like a race fan
fucking
to manage it.
hire us. Fuck.
Yep.
Nathan's got a camera. Like, dude, this is. I don't know. I kind of was like doing shit around the house while I had like pre-race going. Like, I knew when the race was starting, but like they were doing national anthem and like interviewing driver stuff. I just had it on TV just playing.
Right. Yeah. The pre-race
But I
stuff.
did notice I was like, you know, this has been on for like an hour and a half. Is the race not fucking starting? Like, what are we doing? And they were just like, oh, and over here, here's a car. Like, they were just dragging it out. The national anthem was just like, dude, start this goddamn race. And
Are you
then
gonna talk about?
I talked about Clint cleaning it up, but I heard a bunch of kind of dumbass things Mike Joyce said, where I was like, Mike, what the fuck? Why'd you even say that? It was irrelevant. Like, Mike, stop it. Stop.
Are we
And
not going to talk about the Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson?
another thing with the pre-race, I was gonna get there, but
Okay.
this dumb ass, fucking poor planned, shitty filmed, idiotic, just dumb as fuck clip they did before the race. Some dude in jeans and like a Chase Elliott jacket and some shitty old helmet. Comes out of a car and Kyle Larson's standing there acting all tough, but it's just some guy in a Kyle Larson jacket and jeans and Vans wearing a helmet. And they're like, it's like they went outside turn 4 and like filmed that right before the fucking race started.
Yeah, that's 100% what it looked like.
And it looks just poorly put together.
We could have honestly put together a better
dude.
Like,
it was just so, it was cringy. It was so like, what the fuck?
If you gave
this?
us 20 minutes, I bet we could have put together a better video.
Better than that. It was so bad. Dude.
And then we would end with a Yeats giveaway.
It was embarrassing. To me, it was embarrassing. Like, can we take NASCAR serious? This is cheesy. Like, this is bad.
It was really bad.
I don't know, dude. It was just pathetic. It was just, you could tell it was like cheap and poor planned. And it was like, yo, this is a national professional broadcast. That's all I could think of that. Then, classic, just cutting the commercials when guys are battling for the lead. That was one thing.
We'll take you side by side.
I about threw my fucking phone, dude. I got so fucking mad. I was yelling at my dad. Truex and Kyle Busch were battling, and it was 15 to go. And they just went to like showing a replay of Kyle Busch.
Right.
Out.
Oh my God.
Dude,
yeah. I know
they went
exactly
to showing the race for the lead in a little box, in a big box of Kyle Busch's replay. And they've already shown it to us like 3 or 4 times at this point.
And it doesn't matter. Like, I'm over it.
We
that
get
happened
it. We fucking get it.
Right.
And they went live racing to a little box to show us that big ass replay we've all already seen. And that drove me nuts, dude.
And I hate because they'll show you the replays of the shit you've already seen. You watched the race, you know what happened, and then they'll take you away from the live broadcast to show you the shit you've already seen.
Truex was running Kyle Busch down. We all saw it. Truex is running Kyle Busch down, and he dives low, and they fucking cut it. Like, it was right when Truex went to side by side. They fucking cut to a replay, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying to watch this fucking race for the win here. And that shit, and dude, it was just bad. We only get this on-track post-race interview. We get a Ross Chastain interview, a Kyle Busch interview, and it just goes off. Like, dude, NBC will interview the whole top 15. I miss Victory Lane. God, I miss Victory Lane. Yeah. I miss a driver getting out, woo, shots of confetti and Cruz right there, and then he does his interview. And the whole time he's doing his burnout stuff, that will show us the burnout, and then he's driving back, interview the top 5. Then go to Victory Lane and interview the winner. I cannot stand on-track interviews. And then my third, I didn't even ask you what you thought if Fox's broadcast was good, bad, or ugly. I think ugly. I just immediately jumped to ugly.
No, that's ugly. Yeah, as Nick says here, Fox broadcast is permanently in the ugly category.
Yes, until the summertime. Every week we would talk about what Fox did this week. The daily Fox outtakes. That's what we need to do. Second of all, I thought this whole announcer broadcaster swap thing was going to be like cute and fun and like keep us guessing. Tony Stewart killed it. Just freaking awesome to the smoke show. Matt Kenseth was pleasantly hilarious. I love his dry humor. He's so fucking funny.
Nathan said he was not a fan.
Nathan, are you surprised?
Go figure. Yeah.
So
I thought they were both great. I thought both of them were great.
was great. Kenseth was awesome. He
I
gave
preferred
professional
Tony.
commentary.
Right. I prefer Tony, but like I would take Kenseth again if he wanted to come back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bring
great.
Kenseth back. So immediately I see in the pre-race like Danica standing pit road. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot Danica was doing this. And I was like, okay, I'll be open-minded. Let's see what Danica does.
I thought the same. I was like, you know what? It's been a long time. I'm gonna like forget the past.
What's she been up to?
I'm gonna forget the past. We all used to fucking hate her. She was always so annoying, but I'm gonna forget all that because it's been so long.
She wasn't looking half bad either.
But it's like, yeah, I think all fans were kind of thinking the same thing, like, oh, let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
This is gonna get ugly.
And immediately when she starts talking, she's IndyCar this and IndyCar that. And we're like, we get it.
That was weird.
Girl, we get it. We get it. And then
like, did she not run in Cup Series longer than IndyCar?
I don't even
I think she did. So I want to be like, why the fuck are you still talking about IndyCar?
So I don't know. I don't know what she was doing. So then she just started like nodding off or something. Clint and Mike Joy would talk for like 30 minutes and then she'd be like, yeah, I did see that. And I'm like, oh shit, I forgot she was even in the booth, dude. I totally forgot. Clint was carrying the broadcast to me.
It's like that meme with Dwight and Angela where she's just standing right behind him.
Oh, God. Like, I like Mike Joy, but to me, he was kind of rough on this broadcast, and Clint was carrying the whole show. And Danica was like, oh, I'm not even going to, like, there's 3 to go, dude. And Danica's like, I'm not going to talk to the driver because every time I do, something bad happens. I got thoughts. I'm not going to say them, though. And I was like, how fucking pathetic is this?
Yeah, she already was pretty boring in the booth.
Yes.
She was fairly boring, which is not good. She could not talk over anybody. Clint kind of kept interrupting her, and I don't blame Clint. Like, you're in the booth, you got to be on it. You got to keep moving. And she just wasn't able to keep up with them. And then to top it off, as you pointed out, the fucking IndyCar references. And I was like, am I crazy? And then I finally saw people tweeting about it. And I was like, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one noticing this because it just got weird to the point where I was like, why are you shilling for Indy so hard?
No one's unaware of Danica's NASCAR stats and history in the sport is I don't think there really were any. She got a pole once at Daytona 500. It was just bad. But like, does she even know what we're talking about? Does she even know? She was like, I remember one time she was like, yeah, you can see they're on the high line and this guy's on the low line. And it was like, I don't think you knew what was going on when you raced NASCAR.
She raced for 5 full seasons and she's just going to keep talking about IndyCar. Like she has no idea what we're talking about.
So I don't think she had any idea what was going on the track or, this guy.
I don't think she knew anything about the new cars either.
No,
she kept being like, "Whoa, these new cars are interesting."
Fuck, y'all got new cars,
right? It's like, wow, have you not kept up with any of this?
So yeah, I don't think she did. And then like that's one thing Matt Kenseth would talk about. Yeah, when I raced here, he was a California winner. He'd be like, yeah, I used to, when it's been a couple years, but when you'd go into one right there was always like 2 big bumps, and like he was talking about the track. He was talking about, oh, you get aero loose right here sometimes, blah blah. Danica was like, yeah, the car's racing. And it was like, what?
Yeah, they're turning
who
left.
Invited her? Apparently, she's going to be in the booth for Phoenix. I'm thinking about just playing MRN.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about playing MRN on my radio.
Honestly,
and then
better.
letting the race play. I seriously am thinking about it because I don't know if I can take much more of this Fox.
Yeah, MRN would be way better.
Oh
honestly. Yeah. Honestly, I put that in the ugly. I put Danica in the ugly with the Fox. That's all like wrapped together. She just wasn't good. I don't want to see her back in the booth. And I really tried to have an open mind about Danica for like the first time.
Yeah. It was just sort of like, oh yeah, this is why I don't care about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her a ugly as well. Danica, you were beautiful, but that was an ugly performance. On to our next one. I think they'll change of pace here in our voting system. How many times did we see cars spin this race, spin out, burn out, do all this shit, get flat tires, and I don't know what was different, what was going on, but these cars drove back to pit road.
Yeah. Okay.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Once again, Clint Boyer said it best during the race.
Yeah.
He said we've all known like since the clash, there's problems with these tires.
And NASCAR's probably like, that's just Clint.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I really like that he was saying it. He was saying
Yeah.
like what we were all thinking. He was like, but the only issue we really have with the tires is them having to be towed back to pit. And
Yeah.
he was like, for whatever's going on, but they're figuring it out this race. And I was like, that's the best way to sum it up. Like, we've had big problems with the tires. Me and you both have been like, that's the one thing they need to address. And I don't know if they changed anything, if the track's different. Like, I don't know what they did, but they were able to roll back to pit at least. And I was like, that's a huge win.
Yeah, and I don't think they changed anything. I don't know if it was
I don't
maybe
know.
the team because it did seem like at California, like guys would spin out and then just stop, and then they'd be like, "Oh fuck!" It almost seemed like people that spun out were like, "Keep it going, keep it going." Like I didn't see a lot.
Maybe
of
that's all it
people
took.
stop.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was in the right direction. I did notice that tow trucks were towing the cars differently. They were picking them up from the rear wheels and towing them back because I did hear that if they were towing them from the front, the diffuser was dragging and it was pretty much tearing up the whole rear end of the car.
Yeah, and this is pretty much like what you just said.
Yeah.
Nathan saying it's all about them figuring it out.
You'd rather drive back on a flat than get towed by that.
Yeah, just
son of a
keep
bitch.
going. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Yeah.
If that's all it took,
Can't
then
stop, won't
great.
stop.
Then great. Yeah, at least they're figuring it out.
I'll rate driving back to pit road as a good.
Yeah, I guess. I still want to say bad.
I think there's still progress to be made.
There's still
I think they're
something.
working on something. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
I just don't know what else to put in the bad section. I guess Danica could move to bad. Fox move to ugly. Tire move to good. I could do that.
We'll give Danica a second chance. By God, Danica will be bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugly was Fox all around. Good will be tires. But that brings us to the conclusion. What did we think of Las Vegas? I think we have an underrated jewel in the desert out here. I saw your one take with Jeff Gluck, and I was like, spot fucking on.
Which one was it?
The 550 package here, we thought Vegas.
Oh my God. I hated when Jeff Gluck said that. And he was like, oh, because he was such a 550 stan. Like,
yeah.
We made those shirts that said like
guys.
750, I want to believe.
Yeah.
Like, we were like against it. The 750 truthers. Like this podcast last season, that was like one of the big things that we harped on. And Jeff Gluck was always the guy that was like, 550 produces the best racing we've seen. Like 550 makes the intermediate tracks better, blah, blah, blah. And he kept saying it. And we kept being like, dude, you are way off on this. This is like, for whatever reason, he kept pushing it. And he had the tweet talking about how this was like by far the best race that we've seen there. All the polls have shown just crazy numbers of everyone loving it. And he just was avoiding the fact that the issue here was the 550 the whole fucking time. It was never the track.
He was like, oh, that's the most da, 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 da. And you were like, so was it maybe just the package? The track was fine all along?
Like we've always actually had a good track that we can race on. It was just this stupid 550 package that we've been.
Do we think the same thing about maybe Texas isn't that bad?
That's what I'm saying. I think based on what we saw, I'm not saying Texas is going to be great. It might still be the worst race of the schedule, but I bet it's the best Texas we've seen at least since the repave. I mean, in a long time. I think we're going to see the best Texas race this year.
And then all of a sudden, it'll be the best Texas race, and it'll be the All-Star, and it'll be nuts, and it'll be like, All-Star needs to stay at Texas.
The poll's at 91%.
Yeah,
that's insane. I mean, what was it last year for Vegas? Probably like 60%, maybe. I mean, clearly it was the package, and I'm glad that they've resolved that issue. So, what would you rate this?
Our Vegas race rating. Oh, man, I was just telling myself I'm gonna start writing down all our polls so then I have something to go off of on my predictions. But I'm gonna be modest here. I think it was really good.
I mean, do you want me to tell you what your ratings were for the last ones?
Oh, you wrote them down?
Well, I wrote mine down, and you did the ones just a different number than mine. Like, I'm pretty sure you did. I think 8. I said 8. Did
I say 8.4 for Auto Club?
For Clash, you did 8.2. I did 8.1. For Auto Club, I did 8.6.
And I did what, 8.4?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Or did I say 8.7? No, I said 8.7.
Okay. Either way, it's right around there. So, what are you
Something like that.
giving?
I don't know what I said. I'm just gonna keep it nice and simple. 8.5.
8.5.
8.5. I think
Alright,
it was a
here,
good
I'm writing it
race.
down.
We had great racing. Yeah, I was looking for a pen. I got one over there, but I can't reach it. I was gonna start taking some documents, some notes. Yeah, I think we had some calamity. We had drama. We had racing. We had late race pit strategy. We had almost a side-by-side finish. How awesome is it when you're catching the white flag and the guys going for the lead are side-by-side? To me, that is always
So
like
you're saying
Ace is a great thing.
8.5, and you
8.5,
gave Auto Club an 8.7, right?
yeah, let's say that. I can't remember.
So you're saying it's a little worse than Auto Club.
I'm not saying it's worse. I'm just saying it was.
It's a
I
little
thought Auto
worse.
Club. I thought Auto Club was a little better, as higher speeds, crazier racing, crazier dive bombs, 5 wide. There was a lot of times in this race they were 4 wide, like just off the corner, making crazy moves. I know this race was really good. I'm gotta start being a little more stingy. 8.5.
Okay, I'm going 8.3.
Oh my god.
So
you're going 8.3.
I'm
What
going
in?
8.3. So I rated the Clash an 8.1
All right.
and Vegas an 8.6. I'm just kind of going in between those two. So I did 8.3 because that's how I feel too. I feel like it was like maybe not quite. I think it was the track for Auto Club. It's just better than Vegas at the end of the day. It's just like it's a better track. Like it's old. The
But
surface
damn,
is
this was
worn.
great. If we're gonna take this kind of racing to all these other monos, kind of gets me a little excited for what we might see in a Coke 600.
I mean, I can
We
tell
haven't
you
thought
this.
about that either. We've been talking
I
about
can-
Coke 600 being
I can tell you
dull.
this right now. Vegas said an 8.3. Last year, if I had to rate it, it would probably be like a 5 something or a 6.
Yeah, so
You
look
know,
at that
like
progress.
so this is just a fucking skyrocket.
Yeah.
So 8.3 for me is crazy high. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
This
Don't
great
worry.
race.
I'm not saying that it's not
Great race.
incredible.
If you're
8.3
above
is
8,
really
it was
high.
a good race.
That's a great point.
If
Yeah.
we get
If it's
we get
above
to
8, thoroughly throughout, it was a good race. If it's like 7, maybe there was like a dip somewhere where I
there
was
might
like,
be
I
some
wish it was
Sonoma
better here.
races. You know,
Exactly. And 8 means it was good throughout the whole fucking race. I enjoyed the whole race. No question.
damn right. Ooh, that's another one.
It's a hot take. Least
We'll have
cars
to
last for 600
Remember
miles.
that on our pre-Coke 600
There you go.
podcast.
So, all right, we're definitely gonna have to do a pre-race episode this week.
Yeah,
we
we're
gotta
getting
get
back on
into it.
we're getting back on our bullshit.
We got to get back into it. No more excuses. So look for us. I would say probably Thursday, maybe Friday.
Yeah, whatever.
So definitely not Friday, based on Dakota's reaction.
No, I mean it can. Yeah, just usually I don't know. Picks for Phoenix. Well, Nick, check us out on our pre-Phoenix episode later in the week, and we'll drop Phoenix picks and everything we have to say about what to expect for Phoenix.
Yeah, we'll do an episode. I mean, even if those episodes are like a little bit shorter for predictions, at least at the beginning. Later on in the season, when we do like picks and preview episodes, they can be a little bit longer just because we'll have more to talk about. But with how new these cars are, we haven't seen them, and any of this, we'll see how it goes.
Agreed.
All right, cool.
That'll do it, boys.
That'll do it.
All
right. Well, make sure to tune in then. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see y'all later.
All right. Holla.
Peace.
Saw something that